some more merchant. But you know, we're always merchant, so it's just another day. So what did we do? Well, let's see. I had like 900 something chests, and I sold most of them, so that got me a lot of money. And let's grab what we got out of the mailbox. When it gets glitchy, you just gotta do it twice, maybe 3 times. There we go. So that could shop sell for like 10 something. Shop sells for 2600, I think. Money's money. Cheap wig. People like them. Has the big sparkles like Lanric. Cheap ring. Figure I could sell it for more. $250,000. $250,000. I'm telling you, chests are great. Sell better than almost anything in the entire game. Very reliable. Haste ring for 200, real cheap. Another $250,000. There's something different. Purple firestorm rod, 500 grand. I paid less for a white one. But here's a little tip for you. If you have several of a certain item, or maybe a lot of a certain item, and you're not happy with what the price is at now, well, here's what you do. You take one of those items and you list it for a slightly higher price than normal. Then somebody buys that item. You wait a little bit. Then that person will go around and show off the item and stuff, and people will want it. But they won't sell it for what they paid, most of the time at least, which causes the price to go up. So they're happy that they got more money for it, but that compounds when you, who has like 10 or so of them, gets more value. It adds up quickly. So, small win now, big win later. More $250,000. More $250,000. I just love saying $250,000. Because I know that means I got a $250,000. So what are we at? 332 million. A lot better than last time. I started off the event with like 260 after I bought the chests. And there's another factor here. I sold something big recently. How big? I sold my white lug mask. Yeah. The one item I said, I probably never sell that. Well, here's a very important lesson. Everything has a price. And I paid 2.3 million for it a year or two ago, maybe 3. I don't remember. But what I got a Black Hunter set, a Radiant Black Wild set, a White Frostguard set missing the hat, all of that original. I got a Spooky White Huntmaster mask, which is very, very, very rare. Worth a lot too. And what else did Mr. Fury get? Well, got some 85% original shop wings. Those are a ton. Got another free skimmer. And most importantly, I got another 15% health kite. So I own like 3 out of 3 or 4 of them on Lugh. All that together is worth 30 to 50 million. That's a pretty big profit. And personally, I believe that the 15% health kite is worth a white lug mask alone. Because they're both extremely rare and the kite's actually useful, unlike a lug mask. But I think I made the right move there. You could always be Eon'd, right? Who knows? But what can we buy today? Hopefully something good. Hopefully not anything overpriced. Hate that stuff. We're here to make money, not lose it. Alright, a whole bunch of fashion. See, when you see somebody selling a bunch of the same fashion, you list different stuff. Which is kind of what I did. Alright, that's a decent price, but can't make any money. Yeah, I listed charms today on my alt. No bids though. Probably should have listed parts instead. No bids on this stuff. See, I'm trying that tactic of upping the price of stuff I have a lot of. Like, these diadems, I have hundreds of them. Normally someone will pay like 20 grand for it. If I sell for 50 and then that person sells it for 60 and then I sell one for 75, you see where that's going, right? And that's our main tactic here, on being infinitely rich. Aside from chest flipping, because that's great too. You know, more people should buy these. They're actually pretty good. Not the explosive arrow part, but the 100 dex, it's not terrible. But most people are spoiled and they want the better stuff. Bad. Bad. Good ring's overpriced. Bad ring, it's only 500. XPs are going a little bit cheap. Means we can't sell our 1100 yet. But that's okay. They'll eventually run out of them. Not a bad price. I looked into this, not really worth it. If you see food that you can use, you should almost always buy it if it's less than 100% shop. But this is so close, I was just like, I'll wait for him to try and drop the price or something. Cheap, but mounts aren't doing too well. Really cheap, but we want it for 800 and not 1.2, so we'll wait for that long to go down a little bit more. Instruments aren't selling that good. Nothing's really selling that good. Alright, maybe at 800 it was a bad idea. See, that's why I always look through the whole list first. Gotta make sure that we're not messing up. Maybe if I can get 6 bells, I could sell them like the 6 dark essences. Oh yeah, I did grab a few bells at the beginning of the event. I grabbed like 3 and I sold them for 2 or so, all to a guy. That was a pretty good move. I was gonna get one for Stone Lord, but I was like, nah, Phoenix is pretty good. Alright, so Master Gloves of Haste. People need haste. So that's getting sold. This can be thrown in there again. I know it hasn't been selling, but eventually it will. Because we always say that, and then when we least expect it, it gets bought out. Dark Grimoire, I got this thing for like 200 grand. Since it's a raid drop, somebody's gonna want it. I can tell you that. Because it's one of those things that looks good. It's not good, but it looks good. Those are the kind of items you want to strive for if you can fool someone into buying it. Just don't pay too much yourself. The Spoiler Dagger. It's okay. Better than a DL Dagger on Haste aside from the proc. Throw this axe in there. Okay, we can wait out on the mounts because somebody's listing it cheap. A Royal Reaper. Got it for pretty cheap. It's rare. This is what I want to sell it for. Maybe throw this Magic Grimoire in. Somebody's going to be leveling a Druid or even a Mage. All the Grimoires are good for the casters, even if it's the wrong one. Infernal Brand, I found this just boss farming on Fiori. Best one I ever found, and it's pretty good. Guess we're going to jewelry now. Some nice stuff we got here. Assassinate bracelet I got in a trade. So that can go 550, 600. It's a good swap. Not really good otherwise. Living Bone Ring. Someone offered me 500 for it, and I just didn't feel like taking it out of the shop, so it's going back in. Maybe it'll crack, maybe it'll bid on it. I lose a tiny bit of money, but you know what? I was busy then. So that's just how it's going. Time factor is a thing too, even if it's a few minutes, depending on how busy you are and the potential money you can make. Okay, we'll list that, bracelet, and the charm. We're not budging on our prices. The main problem is people don't have the money to buy it, not that they don't want to buy it. And it's not really helping that I have 332 million, is it? But we just gotta keep digging deeper. Alright, we'll try and finish this one fast. Skein, great stuff. The ore is bad for stone bark, but you know, the stats on the gear is pretty good. List that for 1.2. Alright, that's good for that. Throw a bad kite in there. We could do some restos. Another 500. No, 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 no. Good. Hunter remains. They sell pretty good. Just found them running around. They pay for my pet food, basically. We can do energies. I mean, it's something. Let's see, what can we do? That's good. And we'll just do the rest in chests. And we'll do long bid since we know we're gonna list them anyway. So why not? It'll save us time later and also cover some times where I can't list it. I know people always want chests, that's why I have so many chest sales. Just finish that up. 2 more. Hopefully not mess up. The all-important check. Nothing messed up yet. 500, 500, 5555. Alright. And as always, we just gotta wait for the money to roll in. It'll happen eventually.